Здравствуйте, с вами Час Волка, и сегодня мы играем в Genshin Impact. Точнее, наконец-то отправляемся в Сумеру. Я оттягивал это до последнего момента, но сегодня заканчивается один из ивентов, который там находится, поэтому давайте пойдем. У меня тут даже еще в провале не все открыто. Не знаю, откуда будет удобнее. Я надеюсь, что можно здесь пройти, что мне не придется вот так вот как-то лезть. По крайней мере, он вот сюда мне ведет. Давайте попробуем от статуи. Обычно я по открытому миру хожу немного другой командой, которая более удобная, но я решил, что когда проходишь историю, надо играть за путешественника. Ну и если уж я буду играть за путешественника, то нужно собрать ему какую-нибудь команду, которая через дендро будет. Пока что он у меня анема, но я планирую сделать его дендро. У меня немножко пылесос внутри живет, поэтому если я вижу, что что-то можно собрать, мне обязательно надо это собрать. Ничего не могу с собой поделать. Вот. Трава. На самом деле провал уже настолько давно исследовал, не до конца, что уже ничего не помню, что тут кого. Может, по дороге откроем еще вот этот телепорт, который у меня почему-то не открыт. Не, он там где-то в глубине, но его нафиг. Вижу красные. О, вот этого не было. Опа. Неуклюжий дед. Когда я исследовал провал, вот этого всего не было. Мне очень нравится идея дома на дереве или дома в грибе. Когда я играл в Моровинт, я, конечно же, поступил в дом в Талване и вырастил себе собственный грибодом. Ну, тут животные какие-то снизу уже. Прямо новиночки. Шаг в сторону, и вот они. Так, вы добрые? Если вы добрые, я вас не трогаю. Такие. Я даже не знаю, как их называть. Ай-яй-яй-яй-яй. Ну, выбора нет. Но это, видимо, вместо кабанчика. Да. Посмотри, мясо, кстати. А вот это вот кабанчики. С них еще грибы падают. Так, вы недобрые, я понял. Путешественник, конечно, не самый удобный персонаж. Я им если играл, то играл в основном... Я им если играл, то играл в основном... Гео путешественников. Они у меня с дедом ходили и делали неприличные жесты статуи. Аниме я взял, когда архипелаг ходил, что там за фишку и за модом я говорю, что она электро. Какие-то новые фрукты, новые эти. А вон и статуя. Ну, сейчас мы их станем. Так, та-да-да. Да, я вообще ничего не знаю про Сумеру. Я старательно избегал всех спойлеров, поэтому это прямо вот на ровном месте. С полным погружением. Ничего не понял, ну допустим. Горит. Что горит? Опа. сразу ачивку. Примагемчиков. Давайте примагемчиков. Я лучше, ладно. Давайте в конце. Блин, я даже не знаю. Давайте к статуе сначала. Я люблю вообще видеть карты, что происходит. Ага. А, то есть мне на нее нужно смотреть. Когда я смотрю, я могу летать. И падать. Человеки какие-то. Вы друзья или враги? Вы NPC. Я не хочу с вами говорить в любом случае. Цветок. Тут цветок. Так, все хорошо, но мне надо наверх. Я буду по-старому, по дедовскому способу все делать. Берешь колзулку. То есть я как-то мог пропрыгнуть. Вот так, так. Прикольно. И... Летел. Мир открывается перед теми, сердца. Ну, в духе, видимо, достаточно благородное сердце. То есть тут получается какая-то река, которая вон туда. А, тут, видимо, изначально была оригинальная река. Потом упала фигня, которая разлом сделала и ее перемолола. Вот этих вот я ребят видел. Без понятия про что они, но скриншотов с ними много. Видел. Что, поиздеваемся над Паймон. Ладно, совсем газлайдингом-то не будем заниматься. Просто потупим. Прикольная статуя. Так. О, господи, мне же надо будет новые дендрокулы собирать. Вообще не хочу. И что, я в полете-то не могу? Ладно. Ага. Ну, не очень удобно, но допустим.
Into the wind.
То есть я как-то косо-криво пошел, я поверху пошел, а можно было как-то понизу. Давайте посмотрим, как надо было на самом деле. А, вот, видимо, у меня поэтому и не открыт телепорт, что его попозже добавить. Сейчас телепорты откроем. В таком случае. Я видел уже лампу Жони на секунду мгновения. Все понятно. Привык, что у меня Елан на единичке, когда мне нужно бегать, я на нее переключаю. Но сегодня без Елан. Можно, кстати, и воду, и электричество сделать без этого. Ладно, давайте. Слишком уж я полюбил за нее бегать. Елан.
It's time to pull the trigger.
Pull the devil trigger. Волшебных пиндюлей. Ну да, так было бы гораздо эффектнее, если я вот так вот вышел. Все такое красивое и необычное. Дендро бабочки.
Now that we made it to Sumeru, our next objective should be to head to Sumeru City and find a way to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. And speaking of Lesser Lord Kusanali, even though we haven't heard too much about her, she doesn't seem to be the same deity who abducted your sister. But even so, people call Sumeru the Nation of Wisdom, you know. If we can get a chance to meet the God of Wisdom, maybe she can give us some useful information.
Поймал, мне кажется, это все-таки ты мою сестру стырила. И ты бы могла дать мне какую-нибудь полезную информацию. Ладно, ладно, пойдем.
But Paimon doesn't know the way to Sumeru City. Maybe we can climb up to that spot with the statue of the Seven on it. That'll give us a way better view of things. Even if we can't see exactly where the city is, at least we'll be able to check for some smaller settlements nearby.
А, это потому что Силя прилетела за это время.
Wait a second. Look! There's someone up ahead! Perfect timing! Now we can just ask for directions rather than wander around like lost adventurers.
Мы уже с тобой повандрили. About.
Hey there! We're not from around here and seem to have gotten a little lost. We'd like to ask for some directions.
Она нас проигнорила.
Huh? Did they not hear Paimon? Hey! You over there! Could you give us some directions?
Hey, listen.
Huh?
Сестру Сахароза, что ли?
What's going on here? There's no way she could have missed that. Wait! Could she be ignoring us? How dare she?
Ой, поймал, ладно тебе. Может быть, у нее есть хорошая причина. Может быть, ей не нравится твой голос.
Well, even so, she might be heading someplace where we could find other people to ask. Let's keep our distance and follow her.
Поймал, не веди себя как сталкер.
When we get the chance, we'll just ask someone else for directions.
Ну, видимо, выбора у меня нет.
Come on, let's follow her. Just keep quiet. Make sure she doesn't notice us.
Я уже потерял ее. Сталкерю.
Huh? She just walked near that small waterfall and then suddenly vanished.
Да вон же она.
Let's go take a closer look. Paimon thought this cave would lead to a village or something, but it looks like that's not the case. Look, she's sitting over there. Wait, she couldn't possibly be living here, could she?
Уж не кальян ли это?
What should we do now? Do we try asking her for directions again?
Ну, раз уж мы ее сталкерим, давай сталкерить по полной.
Alright then. It's not like we have anyone else we can ask. Even if she's not very friendly, we just need her to point us in the right direction. That's all. Oh. What a lovely smell. It's coming from that sensor over there. This is definitely not your typical place to call home, but at least it smells nice. Maybe living here wouldn't be too bad after all.
Похоже, у нее там не табак.
Huh? What's the matter? You don't look too good. What? Is the smell making you feel sick? Strange. Paimon doesn't feel anything.
Ты вообще бесчувственная. Спокойной ночи.
What's happening? Traveler? This is no time for a nap. Oh, come on. Wake up.
Come on. Ого. Красиво. У вас дерево треснуло. Сильно треснуло. Скажи, 2 шага меня останавливает. Так, я слышу что-то.
Are you sure it's not serious? The traveler's been out for a long time now.
Yes, you can relax. Believe me, Master is extremely knowledgeable. If he says that he's going to be alright, then there's absolutely nothing to worry about.
Привет, дендро, Амбер.
Oh, are you awake now?
Симпатичная так.
Oh, thank goodness! Traveler, you're finally awake!
Кто я? Где я? Почему консерва говорит?
Well, we're at... Good question. Where are we? Paimon was in such a panic when you passed out that she even forgot to ask what place this is.
This is Gandharvaville. It was originally built by scholars from Sumeru as a place to rest in the rainforest. Now it's mainly used by the forest rangers as a base of operations. My name is Collei. I'm a trainee forest ranger. My master and I found you passed out during our patrol, so we brought you here.
Похоже, Тигнарь тоже тут был. Спасибо.
Oh, no things are necessary. I didn't do anything really. By the way, how are you feeling now? Any discomfort?
Чем вы меня напоили, накормили?
That's Master's herbal medicine you're tasting. He gave you some while you were unconscious. Before I forget, Master mentioned you should take more medicine once you wake up.
Да.
Whoops!
Collei, what's the matter? Were you trying to retrieve the medicine? As I've already told you, you must be careful with these. All right, I'll get it for you once I'm finished here.
Попробуй там двигать. То Тигнарь как-то страшновато выглядит. У него такие глаза пустые, рот не двигается. Это выглядит грустно.
Sorry, Master.
Now, the guide to Avidya Forest's edible fungi is clearly posted on our bulletin board. But if Farbode forgets which mushrooms to avoid one more time, I'll have no choice but to leave the guide somewhere a little more visible. Like right smack on his forehead so others can remind him to be careful.
Здоровый доктор.
Right? This is the second time he's come down with food poisoning this month. I'll be sure to give him a good talking to.
Yes, please do. If, on the off chance, Farbode simply enjoys having little imaginary fairies dance before his eyes, then we'll just let him be. But the next time he requires any of our medicine, be sure to charge him accordingly. So, how are you doing? Feeling better?
Oh, this is my master, Forest Watcher Tignaри. He's chief officer over all the rangers here in Gandharvaville.
Гандара. Гандара.
I already informed Paimon about the reason you fell unconscious earlier. But now that you're awake, let me explain it for you as well.
Давай.
It is common practice for Sumeru scholars of certain darshans to dedicate themselves to training and meditation in isolated areas, particularly the nearby forests. While meditating, they use a certain
Я же
incense
говорил.
known as spirit borneol to help calm their minds as they enter a state of deep rumination.
У нее там был кальянчик с табаком.
In hopes of asking directions, you two followed a scholar named Hypatia into her cave. The incense you smelled inside was the spirit borneol I just mentioned. That incense typically has no effect on most people, but for a very select few, it can have profound effects on one's cognition, as you experienced firsthand. Does that make sense?
Да. Эфир слабоват.
Very good. Now, answer me this. Did you feel anything after passing out? Say, any out-of-body experiences? Or did you see anything while unconscious?
Красивое дырявое дерево было.
Kale, let the others know to stop bringing their patrol logs here for now.
Huh? Why?
Because these two will be staying here for the next few days. They can have my room and I'll bunk with Amir. Now get a move on and be sure to do as I've said.
Yes, Master Tighnari.
Мастер Тигнари.
Wait, hold on a second. Can you tell us what's going on?
Sure, let me fill you in. I originally planned to send you on your way once you finished your medicine. However, it appears now that you should stay a while longer in Gandharvaville for further observation while you recuperate.
Мне интересно, он беспокоится за наше здоровье, или это у нас типа какое-то предвидение случилось и его заинтересовало?
Further observation?
No need to be hasty. As long as you have the capacity to judge between right and wrong, I promise that you'll understand the gravity of the situation once I explain everything to you. Based on what you saw after smelling the incense and losing consciousness, we can conclude that you experienced a powerful hallucination, which suggests your mental state is not in the best of shape.
Короче, мы попали в токсикологию.
If you're skeptical, have a whiff of this.
Может, не нужно еще дозу добавлять?
Oh, are you okay?
You're experiencing a similar sensation as when you passed out, aren't you? So even though your condition is stable as of now, if I were to haphazardly let you leave, it's highly likely that you'd suddenly pass out again somewhere else. The rainforest is home to many fierce animals and hazardous areas. If something were to happen to you again, I'm afraid you might not be so lucky.
Я уже, к сожалению, каких-то животных помучил.
For now, I suggest you continue taking your medicine each day and avoid wandering off on your own. At least until you stop having adverse reactions to this kind of smell, okay? Good. Now continue resting while I fire up another bowl of medicine for you.
Seriously? We just arrived in Sumeru and we're already having problems left and right.
Ну, это были бы не мы, если бы не было проблем.
Paimon knows we're set on meeting Lesser Lord Kusanali as soon as possible, but you really don't look too good. It'd probably be best to let you recover first.
Ну, не волнуйся, по-моему, мы все равно сегодня с ними встретились.
Hey! Are you even listening to Paimon? Paimon's over here worrying about you, you know. What's weird? You mean how you're feeling now?
Вот я тоже думаю, что это были не
You
галлюцинации.
mean the vision of tree roots and red skies you saw? But if those weren't hallucinations, what could they be?
А я вот уверен, что это было предсказание, предвидение. Камри.
Well,
Кстати, интересно.
considering how unique you are, Paimon trusts your judgment here. But why didn't you say anything about it to Tighnari? If he misjudged your condition, then there's a chance you could get worse, right?
Вот я думаю, что он в курсе.
Huh? You mean that Tighnari already knows that what you saw weren't hallucinations? But if that's the case, why would he try to hide that from us?
Вот и выясним, почему.
Oh, Paimon gets it now. That explains why you were so quiet earlier.
Нет, потому что у меня на озвучку скупятся.
Well, that settles it then. We'll stay here to rest up and figure out what's going on with your hallucinations. But
Окей.
it seems like asking Tighnari might not be an option anymore. What do you think we should do?
Давайте со всеми болтать.
Good idea. Collea's pretty friendly. We can ask her tomorrow about what she knows regarding the Dendro Archon and customs in Sumeru.
Спасибо, что мне не пришлось
Rise
самому
and
часы.
shine! Come on, it's time to go find Collie.
На биостанцию похоже. У нас, конечно, все не настолько экологичное было, но атмосфера. Карман. А, секретики, секретики. Рукашава. Рукашава. Понятно. That's rough, buddy. Какая-то собака в ухо дышит. Собаку так и не могу погладить. Какие-нибудь рецептики, нет? Мастер Чиф. Ну такой, давай, давай, если ты понтуешь, покажи. Так, есть. Ашпази. Окей. Мастер Чиф. Ну, давайте попробуем. Что он там делает? Так, увеличу. А, так это шавуха. Он меня натурально шавухой угостил. Я бы не удивился. Спасибо, Ашпази, за шавуху. Шавуху я люблю. Ты слепой, что ли? Ага. ничего не понял. Допустим.
All right, next let's see your right hand. But please remember that you still need to be careful. Understand?
Кто
Yes, I
заболеет?
will. By the way, Master, I still haven't received the patrol route for today.
Look, Kale, today's patrol will be a long one, so you won't be coming along this time. Besides, there's a chance we may encounter... well, you understand.
Секретики.
But I have a vision too!
I have a vision too.
Am I useless to everyone now?
Don't talk like that, Kale. This is not something you need to be worrying about right now. Ah, there you are. Feeling any better?
Да, давайте помогу вам с чем-нибудь. Хочу загостиниться.
Yeah, since we'll be staying here for now, we thought we might as well try lending a hand around here.
Seems you're not the type to sit back and take it easy for a while, huh?
Угу.
In that case, perhaps Kale could take you two for a patrol south of Gandharvaville for the day. And if you're feeling up to it, you can be responsible for cleaning the Statue of the Seven.
Ну ладно.
Tynari, we're ready to head out.
Roger, I'll be right there. All right, we'll be heading into the forest now. I'll leave any further details to Kale.
Как-то мне его характер и голос с его внешним видом вообще не соотносятся.
Yes, you can count on me.
So, Kale, what exactly are we going to be doing today? Tynari mentioned cleaning the statue just now, but, that doesn't really sound like the job for a ranger.
Well, a forest ranger's responsibilities can be pretty diverse.
Ты типа на Эльке местный?
They handle a variety of tasks, like checking the condition of outlying roads, maintaining forest facilities, ensuring fire prevention standards are met, and providing assistance to travelers and locals.
Ну точно на Эльке.
As for Master, well, he has to handle more dangerous areas of the rainforest. Today we can perform routine checks on the pathway lamps as we make our way to the Statue of the Seven.
Что если я по дороге опять свалюсь?
Hang on, traveler, this way!
Здесь
You can
свалюсь.
leave the task of checking the lamps to me. In the meantime, you two can keep an eye out for anything unusual.
Угу. Все могут туда слетать. Приключение. Вот и я. Да, согласен. Надо прочитать мангу, узнать предысторию Коллеи. Давай поджопник. Не будешь злиться, да? У него такое немного хитрое выражение лица, из-за того, что глаз не видно, рот приоткрыт. Получается, вместо этих
Nothing
вместо
wrong with these two
баллонов
lamps. Let's move to the next ones.
лампы. Это лампа. Как обычно, красота.
Oh, this lamp seems to be getting a little wobbly. Let me make a note of it.
Мята везде растет.
No problems with this lamp. Good.
Good. Ящерица, ящерица.
The Statue of the Seven is up on top of that large rock formation. You must have seen it when you came down this road before.
Я и наверх
It's
залез.
pretty high up there, isn't it? Don't worry. If you're afraid you can't make it up there, I'm sure Master wouldn't mind if you don't clean the statue.
Не-не-не, все в порядке, полезно.
Oh? I guess I'll leave it up to you then. There's not much footing once you reach the statue, so be careful up there.
Paimon will fly up with you and help you with those hard-to-reach areas. By the way, Kale, do you know anything about the Dendro Archon? You know, what's she like?
Пайман вообще не заморочивается. А, ну, кстати, да, информация.
That depends. Are you referring to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Рукодевата.
Huh? Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? Oh, is that the name of the former Dendro Archon?
Uh-huh. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was Sumeru's first Dendro Archon. She created the rainforest as well as the wall of Samiel around the desert. Her works provided a means of peaceful living for everyone.
Сразу уже про стену
To the
заговорили.
people of Sumeru, she's not only a symbol of wisdom, but also of power and kindness. Unfortunately, she disappeared in a great calamity that occurred a few hundred years ago. According to what Masters told me, the sages later found the newly born Dendro Archon and whisked her back to Sumeru. To celebrate the reinstatement of their lost deity, the sages dubbed her Lesser Lord Kusanali and let her reside in the sanctuary of Siristana.
Uh-huh. Then what happened?
Well, and then... I'm not too sure what happened, to be honest.
Huh? You're not too sure? But aren't you from Sumeru?
Yeah, I'm from Sumeru. But...
Maybe it's difficult to discuss this topic with strangers. If that's the case, then don't worry, we understand.
No, it's not that. I'm not trying to hide something from you. Besides, I don't consider you two strangers. Anyway, you two know Amber, right?
Wait, Amber? You mean...
Outrider Эмбер. Мне больше не
Yes,
нравится.
that's her. I once lived in Mondstadt for a while, and she helped me a lot during that time. You could even say that she helped me become a new person. There's no one like Amber. She lives life to the fullest while always adhering to her strong sense of justice. She's ready to answer the call for action at any moment, but is also very understanding of others. She's like the spark that lights the fire in everyone's heart around her.
Ох уж эта девочка-зажигалочка.
If you ask me, she's a prime example of a true outrider. She's the first person anyone coming to Mondstadt will meet. You can't help but be enthralled by her charm and enthusiasm, causing you to fall in love with the lands of Mondstadt and...
Мне кажется, ли они так слегонца четвертую стену ломают?
Sorry.
Paimon thought the work of Outriders was a little different from what you just described, but one thing's for sure, you really like Amber.
Юла появилась соперница.
Sorry. I was rambling on just now. It must have sounded kind of weird.
Буп.
It's alright, Kale. Knowing that you're a friend of Amber somehow makes Paimon suddenly feel a lot closer to you. So, how do you know that we've met Amber?
Well, after I returned to Sumeru, Amber and I have stayed in touch by writing each other letters. In one letter, she mentioned that Mondstadt was attacked by a fearsome dragon, but the city was saved by a mysterious blonde traveler and their floating companion. I knew you two were the ones she mentioned in the letter the moment I saw you. But, considering everything you've been through that day, I thought it'd be inappropriate to bring it up.
Ah, so that's how you knew.
Yep, so please know that you two have my complete trust. Really, I wish I could tell you more about the Dendro Archon, but I have been away from Sumeru for some time, and I haven't read any books. Sorry.
That's alright. You've already helped us a lot. We had never even heard of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or the Sanctuary of Siristana until you mentioned them.
Я удивляюсь, как Паймон все это с первого раза выговорил.
Oh, I'm happy that was helpful. There is one thing I want to ask, though. Why do you two want to know about the Dendro Archon?
Потому что у нас есть хобби выполнять поручения архонтов и не получать ничего взамен.
So that's why you're here. Thank you for telling me your story.
Don't mention it. We are friends after all, right?
Да, друзья. Тем более тебя на халяву дают.
All right, we have a statue to clean.
Она как будто меня слышит.
You both have my thanks. While you two are up there cleaning, I'll go ahead and inspect the forest canopy. Let's meet back here shortly.
Не помню, что такое канопи. Так. По идее я... Опа. Удобно. А я уже дендро.
Now that Paimon looks at it, the deity that's carved on the statue is kinda small.
Все равно больше, чем ты, Паймон.
Do you think she's supposed to be Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Не отойдешь, что маленький.
The name does seem to fit the statue somehow. Well, anyway, we'll have to figure that out later. Let's get started on cleaning the statue. Paimon will fly up and take care of the top and you clean everything below.
Everything below.
Nice work! That's one clean statue. Let's head down and meet up with Colleague.
Коля. Коля, ты где, Коля? И буду говорить. А, кстати, передвинулась. Молодец, на другое. Привет, Коля.
Colleague, we're back!
И мы даже не грохнулись без сознания.
Welcome back! You must be tired after all that climbing. Let's take a little break. I brought some fruit and water for us.
Спасибо.
Food! What kind of goodies did you bring? Hey, don't be a party pooper. It's not like Colleague is a stranger or anything. Besides, the best way to compliment a chef is to show passion for their food. Xiangling taught Paimon that.
Нас с Колей просто как в меме берут и такие: дружитесь. Вы друг другу не в посторонние, дружитесь.
I prepared a nice portable dish that forest rangers like to eat called pita pockets. I hope you'll like them.
Если это шавуха в пике.
No, you dropped it on the ground!
Not to worry. I wrapped a few layers of oiled paper around each pita. They should be fine.
Я люблю шаверму в пике.
Whew. Paimon nearly had a heart attack there. Those pitas are amazing! You're quite the cook, Colleague. Thank goodness you wrapped them in paper. Paimon wouldn't have been able to sleep at night knowing something so tasty had been wasted.
You really know how to compliment the chef, Paimon. Since you liked it so much, I'll be sure to give you a copy of the recipe sometime. I'll even include all my personal cooking pointers, so you'll be making your own pita pockets in no time.
Вернусь в Лио, открою свой ларек с шавухой.
Yay! Thanks, Colleague! It's hard to believe someone as diligent as you could have clumsy moments too.
Oh, I guess it happens from time to time.
Как-то связано с ее предысторией и болезнью.
So, Colleague, don't you think that Tighnari's a little too strict with you? He won't let you touch anything without his permission. Paimon knocks stuff over all the time flying around the Traveler, but he's never said anything. Everyone has their clumsy moments.
Потому что он вообще ничего не говорит. Я вместо него говорю, а ты меня не слышишь.
No, you've got the wrong idea about Master. Sure, he may seem a bit harsh at first, but with some time, you'll see that he's actually very kind-hearted. I've heard the veteran rangers say that Master is from some ancient and mysterious race that is known for their cunning wit and reclusive nature.
Короче, он лисичка.
Oh, by the way, you've heard of the Academia, right? Well, there's a group called, something?
Я удивлен, что вот она не все выговаривает, а вот она все выговаривает.
Well, anyway, because Master does a lot of research on plants, sages from the Academia have written him many times, inviting him to take up an official position there. but Master declines their offers every time, saying Sumeru City is too noisy. It'd be bad for my ears.
С такими здоровыми ушами, ясное дело.
I know, right? I've always wanted to pet them too.
Почесать за ушком Тигнаря.
Anyway, Master could have easily left the rainforest to take up a position at the academia, but he chose to stay here instead as a forest watcher, helping the locals every day and passing on his knowledge to trainees. In fact, Master's the one who taught me how to make pita pockets.
Really? Paimon would have never guessed that. Oh, speaking of Tignaри, he was the one who took care of you after finding you passed out yesterday. He even carried you all the way here. Paimon's still kinda upset though. He kept scolding Paimon the entire way here.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Master might have been overreacting a little. But it's mostly because Paimon wouldn't stop yelling, "Why, oh why, is he going to die?" It probably started to get under Master's skin after a while.
Чё бы.
Hey! Don't laugh! Paimon was genuinely concerned about you.
Don't laugh.
Hey! Now even Collea's starting to laugh. Ugh, that's it! Paimon won't forget this. It's time for some Paimonial wrath!
Я думаю, мы еще увидим твою ярость, твой гнев.
No! Don't touch me!
ПТСР?
Oh, sorry, Collie. Paimon didn't mean to scare you.
No, I just... I didn't mean that.
ПТСР.
Are you okay? What's the matter?
No, I'm fine. I'm sorry. I must have startled you both reacting like that.
Она начинает мне нравиться. Я, наверное, ее даже
Well,
в
it's
команду
getting late
добавлю.
now. Let's hurry back to Gandharville. I think Master and the others should be back by now too.
Huh? What was up with Collie just now? And why is she in such a hurry all of a sudden? Look, she's practically running back. Paimon can't even see her now.
Поймал. Может, очки? Не, ну я могу, конечно, подождать. Я думаю, она далеко дойдет. Так. На чем? Туман. Туманная погодка сегодня, да, туман? Я для этого меч нужен. Увядание, значит. Ящерица. О, ящерица. Я чувствую, как собака, которая за почтальонами бегает. Дарина. Hello. Вот, видимо, в пустыне что-то интересное. Уже которое место, которое возникло во время выпендрежа архонтов. тоже вкидывают какую-то эту. Что у них там со снами?
Ah, traveler. You've returned.
Насрин. Ну ладно, Насрин, так Насрин.
Yep, we're back. Have you seen Colleи by any chance?
Oh, Colleи? Yes. I saw her go into her room just a moment ago.
У него такое упоротое выражение лица.
Oh, okay. Guess we'll just have to wait and talk to...
Мне так и хочется пошутить, что Насрин на все насрать. Ладно. О, вытащить. Ум. Так. Не любишь город? Не любите. Извините, это бабушка. Так, что-нибудь здесь интересно. Я не хочу под дождь вылазить. Давайте здесь подождем. Прямо в чувака ударило. До 8 утра. Чему уже почти часик играем. Закончим квест, хватит на сегодня.
Hyman was thinking all night about what happened with Collei, and still can't figure out what the problem might be. Maybe she's in a better mood now. Let's go check on her.
Привет, Тигнари.
Ah, it's you two. I was just about to go look for you.
Huh? Tynari? What are you doing here? Where's Collei?
I came to check on Collei's condition. To put it simply, she's not well.
You mean she's sick? How could she be... Oh, wait a minute. Could it be because of what Paimon did yesterday?
Триггернула девку.
No need to worry. Something as small as you could never harm her. This sickness is something that Colleи has been dealing with for some time. Collei has been more excited than usual since you two arrived. A little too much so, to be honest. She hasn't remembered to take care of herself. I suppose it's understandable, though. She hasn't been around anyone she considered a friend for some time now. It must have been refreshing for her to have you two here.
Дружитесь, вы уже не просто не чужие друг друга, вы уже друзья.
So, Tynari, what's really wrong with Collei?
Let's take this conversation elsewhere. Collei just fell asleep after taking her medicine. She needs some peace and quiet.
Что, давайте трагическую историю узнавать. Так мне нравится, но я не туда прилетел. Так, вниз. Вверх, вниз, что? Куда? Я потерялся.
All right, let's continue our conversation here, shall we?
Shall we?
To be honest, I hadn't realized that you're that honorary knight from Mondstadt until Collei told me just now. I've also heard all about your deeds in Liyue and Inazuma.
Лиуэ.
So, just to clarify, what I'm about to tell you about Colleyi is not because of who you are or your past feats. Instead, I am going to tell you because,
Потому что дружите.
well, because Colleyi asked me to. And honestly speaking, I was against Colleyi revealing her past to you. But she insisted, saying you two treated her with sincerity and as a friend. So now she wishes to reciprocate the gesture.
Давай, давай.
So, Tighnari, what exactly is wrong with Kale? You said this is something she's been dealing with for some time. Just how serious is it?
Right. Ever since she was a child, she's been afflicted with a disease called Elazar.
Элизар.
Elazar?
Элизар.
Yes, it's a disease unique to the lands of Sumeru. It is characterized by dark and hardened scales that form on the body.
В ящерицу, что ли,
At first,
превращаешь?
the afflicted may only feel mild numbness on the affected area of the skin. However, as the disease progresses, one may begin feeling fatigued and even experience peripheral paresthesia.
Парестезия.
In its final stages, the disease strips a person of the ability to control their own body, and they effectively become completely immobile.
Запертые люди.
That sounds terrifying.
Согласен.
Wait, hold on. So when Kale seemed to be acting a little clumsy earlier, it was because...
Correct. That would be the effects of Elazar, which is precisely why I do not want her carrying or holding anything, lest she ends up hurting herself. With appropriate treatment, the disease can be effectively controlled before it progresses to a more serious stage. However, there is unfortunately still no true cure for Elazar. Nevertheless, Kale's mother still hoped that there was something out there. She handed Kale over to an organization known as the Fatui after one of their members lied and said they had a cure.
What? The Fatui?
Не прошло и дня в новом регионе, как всплыли фатуи.
Ah, it appears you're already familiar with them. That'll save me some explanation. Anyway, the person who eventually rescued Kale and brought her to me for care said that she had been given to a harbinger known as the Doctor. I have no idea how this doctor managed to do it, but her case of Elazar was completely stable for all the years that Kale was with them. However, Kale's days with the Fatui were anything but pleasant. Kale is a resilient individual and always tries to appear cheerful, but her experience with the Fatui has left deep scars. Even now, she can still feel deathly afraid of someone touching her.
Ну да, теперь она мне точно нравится.
Oh, Paimon had no idea Kale's been through so much suffering.
Oh, by the way, Paimon, Kale wanted me to tell you that she's sorry for scaring you yesterday. She also wanted both of you to know that she's sorry for hiding her illness.
She doesn't need to apologize. None of this is her fault at all.
Ехал сори, через сори, видит сори.
Well said.
Все мы сори.
I hope you'll get a chance to tell her that in person the next time you see her. Kale once thought that it would be impossible for her to have any real friendships. I trust that you two will never let my trainee experience such emotional pain again.
Слушай, симпатичная девка, но давайте настолько-то сильно не будем нас
Don't
дружить.
worry, Tighnari. We'll take good care of her.
Well, it's not too serious at this point. She overexerted herself the last couple of days, which is what led to her breakdown this time. As long as she has taken her medicine and gets plenty of rest, she should get better. Though, I must admit that Kale's condition was much more stable when she first arrived here in Gandharvaville. She was interested in the work of the forest rangers the moment she saw us. I could see that she was serious about learning, so I felt compelled to ask her to join us. Her stamina has gotten much worse recently. Though a moderate amount of physical exercise is always necessary, I'm afraid the long-distance patrols are a little too much for her now. All right. Now that I've told you about Kale's past, I think I'll head into the rainforest to find some ingredients needed for her medicine. I'll see you two later.
Надеюсь, мы сможем ей как-то помочь в процессе. Пока давай тебе поможем.
Yeah, we'd like to do something to help Kale too.
All right, but I must warn you two. The rainforest is a dangerous place, especially for someone who's still recovering like the traveler. You must follow closely and listen to every instruction.
Команда инвалидов.
No problemo.
Let's go then. We'll be looking for a plant known as lunar lotus. It's often used to help those afflicted with Elazar recover their energy.
Это что за примечание?
Hey, Tynari? Where exactly are we going to find this plant?
Lunar lotus can be found all over the rainforest, but it often grows right here around Gandharvaville.
Given the name, it sounds like we should be looking for it in the water.
You are correct. Lunar lotus grows in the water. When fully mature, they look like giant blue flowers floating on the water's surface. Quite an attractive species, if you ask me. The large petals are actually the plant's leaves and sepals, which surround a very small flower. You should note that many of the plants found in Sumeru have names that are contrary to their species. Take the Kalpalata, for example. The plant is not a lotus at all, but rather a vine. And then there's the Sumeru rose, which is not a rose, completely contrary to its name.
Oh, huh.
Лол.
Okay then.
Лол.
Note to Paimon. Never bring up the topic of flowers
Lol.
with Tynari.
Эй! Блин, жаль, что не подскакиваю, когда я это делаю. Это было совсем круто.
Gather.
Все умерли.
Propagate!
С одного удара умирают, что ли? Если я попаду.
Scatter.
Я что-то не умираю.
Stabilize. Yeah.
Рипы.
Take it easy.
Вон они, голубенькие.
There should be lunar lotuses growing somewhere in this area. Let's split up and begin searching. If you could manage to gather 4 of them, that would be sufficient. We'll rendezvous here once you've gathered the...
Привет. Ускорился. Раз. Два. 3. 4.
We've gathered enough lunar lotuses. Let's head back to meet Tynari.
Как же мне?
Hey, Tynari! We found the lotuses you requested.
Let me take a look. Good, very good. These are all excellent quality. I'm quite glad you two came along. Your exploration experience helped save me a lot of time here. It seems we even have enough time to stock up on some other things I need.
Скажи честно, ты просто не хотел в воду лезть.
Hey, Tynari.
Oh, Tynari! Someone's calling your name. They're dressed like a forest ranger.
Ah yes, that's Amir and the others. But didn't they just set off not too long ago? What are they doing back so early? Let's go find out what's going on.
Что, проблемы какие-то. Как же иначе?
Tynari, thank goodness we found you here. We were just about to head back and find you at Gandharvaville.
What's going on?
We just discovered a withering zone.
The withering is back? But the patrol route you were on should have been already clear just a week ago. It reappeared so quickly. Can you tell me the exact location?
It's up ahead, deep in the river valley. It's appeared in a spot that blocks nearly the entire narrow part of the valley area, so we decided to come find you as quickly as possible.
And the radius of the contamination?
Sorry, I couldn't get a clear enough view to tell.
No one in our patrol team had a vision, and it appeared to still be spreading. so we didn't risk getting any closer.
Okay, I understand. You made the right decision. I'll go deal with it right away. In the meantime, please guide these two back to Gandharvaville.
Не, я тоже хочу сходить.
Wait, Tighnari, why don't you let us help you?
You two have only just arrived in Sumeru. You're still unfamiliar with many things in these lands.
Вот и узнаю.
There's a unique type of anomaly that occurs in the Sumeru rainforest. It's called the withering. The affected areas not only cause nearby vegetation to wither, but it's also lethal to wildlife and even people. If you don't carry a vision, then you should think twice before approaching such places.
Yes, Amir is absolutely right. I wasn't kidding when I said the rainforest is a dangerous place. As Amir said, only someone with a vision, that is, the power to manipulate elements, will be able to resist the withering's corrosive effects for a time.
That's right. If any of the forest rangers without a vision come across a withering zone, we first make a record of the location and then have a ranger with the proper abilities deal with it, like Tighnari here. Only someone with a vision can venture within a withering zone and find a way to deal with it.
Ну, я тоже могу контролировать. Мне даже vision не
But
нужен.
you don't seem to carry a vision.
Глаз Бога.
Don't worry, he may not have a vision, but he's a real pro at using the power of the elements.
It seems the rumors about you are true. In that case, all right, you two may accompany me. We typically only teach visitors how to identify the withering as they're about to leave Gandharvaville. We'll make an exception today and show you what it looks like up close.
Предлагаю на сегодня здесь закончить. Знаете почему? Потому что комп почему-то пахнет паленым. Я боюсь, что он перегрелся с такого этого. Так что узнаем про... Как его по-русски сказать? Про увядание как-нибудь в другой раз.